Hi there, T here. So I wanted to revitalize this channel and use this video as a way to set the stage for what it's going to be about. I've done a couple of shorts and some long form videos that aren't really related to what I actually want to turn this channel into, but you can always go back and look at those if you're ever interested. But I wanted this channel to be centered around, quote unquote, the intersection of learning, doing entrepreneurship. So I actually own my own LLC. It's a robotics education startup. And one of the reasons why I started it is because I have been kind of disillusioned with education, especially within engineering and robotics. And this is kind of a way to kind of self-heal what I would regard as like a lack of instruction and guidance going through my own journey in electrical engineering and university. So I've always had a passion for robotics and in education, so just kind of doing an intersection thing with that, where the most important thing I learned was that, well, you gotta learn how to learn. So this channel is gonna be a lot of me going through the process of learning new things and figuring out how to communicate that well to other people in different ways that they also learn. And then there is the doing aspect. There are a lot of people out there who simply just like to learn, and there's nothing wrong with that. They get all sorts of degrees, certificates, and everything, but they don't actually do anything. Which, if that is your jam, like, go for it. But if you're trying to do something useful, and especially get in the marketplace of getting a job, you need to be able to channel that information that you're learning and actually do something with it. So that's the actual doing, which, from what I could tell, is actually a lot harder for more people. It actually used to be hard for me until I met my husband. He's a really big influence on me actually going out and just getting it done. Doesn't matter if it's good, doesn't matter if it's, the best it'll ever be. It's the fact that you do it in the first place and you learn from it. Doing and learning. And the last part is entrepreneurship. There's a lot of discourse about being an entrepreneur and starting a business and whatever. Starting a business is the easiest part. Actually providing something of value that people want and will pay for is sometimes harder. And even if it is a bit smooth sailing for you, there are a lot of things you got to keep track of. But you've got to always be a lifelong learner as well as be a lifelong doer. And I think those two will be able to help anyone in their entrepreneurship journey. And I have a lot of opinions about entrepreneurs and what makes a good and a not good, necessarily bad, but not good entrepreneur. And I'd like to discover that a little bit with this channel. I'll take you along with my journey of, doing engineering stuff, education stuff, entrepreneur stuff, all that jazz. I have a specific interest in robotics just because it's my company is based off of, but it's not going to limit me from doing other things in terms of doing that actually might be useful. And there are a lot of skills you'll need if you're trying to bounce here outside of the engineering wheelhouse. That more soft skills, humanities, and we'll kind of take a look at that too. I'm gonna just try a bunch of different things on the channel and see what comes up, see what sticks, what you guys like. I'm not gonna harp too much on my company, but the company's called ABC Rebel Kits. It's so far Northwest Arkansas. That's where a lot of my connections are and a lot of my user base is. But I'd like to take it, more public in the national stage and or state, to other states, whatever. So we'll see what happens. But I'd like to mention that my company is the main reason why I'm doing this in terms of improving the way that I go about how I go about approaching learning and then going and putting that learning into practice by doing so that I can be an entrepreneur, whatever that means. So it won't just be me and my projects, but also the projects of the people in my life and friends. I a lot of people are very impressed by the things that I'm able to build, me and the people around me. So I think it'd just be fun to just share it with other people to give them some inspiration that, you know, me, just some rando, is able to accomplish a lot of things. It's not necessarily easy. It's also not the hardest thing. Your mindset is really the number one thing that'll hold you back, propel you forward. So yeah, introduction over. See you guys in the next video.